There you go. You're live.
Okay. I'm live, but I don't know what I'm doing, so nothing new there. Okay, 1 second. And we got the next door people still drilling.
What are you doing? So we're cleaning out his computer right now because,
I got it.
of course, the computer goes into low power mode 5 minutes before the podcast is supposed to start. Right, Leonard?
That's correct.
And Lenny insisted that I get him on no matter if his computer working or not. So here he is, the wonderful and talented.
Is it 9 o'clock yet? Oh, welcome aboard, everybody, on a lovely morning, Thursday morning, Tuesday morning, Monday morning.
It's Wednesday.
Whatever it is, it's Wednesday morning, and I'm here, in spite of the fact that I shouldn't be here, but I'm here. Okay, I need the chat room. I need the chat room to help me out, okay? I'm going to ask you a question, chat room. I'm going to ask you a question. As soon as I figure it out what the question is, I'll ask it to you. Why is this going on?
I have to. You
Okay.
want to get to the chat room? It's right here.
There it is. Okay, chat room. Chris.
Okay, we're all here.
There you go. Everybody's here. Let me say hello to Chris from Cambridge. Let's say hello to Chris JP. Let's say hello to Dad's the Premier, Danny Fuller, DK Lush, Eddie Heckman, Leonard Donaldson. Oh, my goodness gracious. Laura, Malpal, Robert C., Triple Play, SM King Turd, Zelmo, and away we go.
Is Malpal here and Tina?
Malpal is here, Tina is here, and we are here.
Did they see the picture you posted?
By the way, I posted a picture up on Facebook. If you want to take a look at it, Malpal, that is.
Tina.
And your wife, Tina.
In San Marcos, California.
The question is, today, first of all, I've noticed a lot of things, okay? And one thing that I've noticed is that this year, more than ever, now it happens every year, but this year, more than ever, leagues are asking for players now. It's getting late, and so many leagues, every time I go on the computer, anybody want a team? You want a team? We need 2 teams. Very bad. You got to find a way to get the teams much earlier than you're doing now. You've got to get... here's what you got to do, okay? You have to get your leagues organized sooner. It's reached that point in fantasy baseball. There are just too many leagues without... who can't participate. So do it sooner. And here's the hard thing. Get the checks. Get the money from everybody. Okay? Get everybody's money ahead of time. All right? I don't want to hear anybody say my league doesn't have money and blah, blah. Robert C., good morning. So get the checks ahead of time and make sure you know all the rules. Okay? That's all you got to do. Okay? And there we go. Now, many leagues are looking for players.
Is this today?
That's today. That's Thursday.
I think it's Wednesday.
It's Thursday.
Okay, bye.
We don't know where we are.
You're all fixed up.
Thursday. All right. And what happens if the Yankees lose Garrett Cole? And what happens if the Yankees lose Aaron Judge? I mean, he seems to be okay. I don't know. He's put the... White Sox, Al, good morning to you, okay? It's Wednesday? Wait a second, what's today, Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I'm getting the days all mixed up. Today's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
How about that? I had no idea today was Wednesday. But anyway, so now the Yankees, another headline with Dylan Cease. Texas is also making headlines with Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease's name has been mentioned more than any other player, but not as much as Kenny Flamia, who's mentioned every day, okay, all year round. So Chris from Cambridge is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Gallo, Look out, Danny Fuller. Holy mackerel. Look out, everybody. Now, SM King Turd is here. Who will be the starting third baseman for the New York Mets? Well, we know one thing. It's not going to be Vientos, okay? It's not going to be... What?
Vientos is a Met.
Yes, what's the question?
Who's going to be the... Oh, are they asking about the Mets?
Yes.
I apologize.
Who's going to be the third baseman for the Mets? Well, hold on a second. Okay. Vientos is not going to make the team out of spring training. Vientos is not going to make the team, okay? What are you doing to me? I'm sorry, what do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to keep the chat room on that computer, so the other computer you can look at Sandlot Spring for whatever you're trying to do, but I just...
Okay, help me out, all right? Help me out. Want to help me out? Get it back. Okay, we're having a little run-in today, but I think that's the reason you tune in. All right, so nobody else does it, that's for sure. So the Sandlot, the New York Mets, okay, third base for the New York Mets. I don't think it's going to be Brett Beatty either. It could be Brett Beatty, it could be Mark Vientos, or it could be Ronnie Mauricio, who's on the 60-day DL. There's a good chance. I mean, nobody knows the answer. Brett Beatty, the left-handed hitter. I thought you were doing that over here. Mark Vientos. I thought you would get me the chat room back.
Yes, I am. I can only do one thing at a time.
Go behind me, not in front of me. Okay, so to answer the question, I'm not going to tell you I know because I don't know. Joey Wendell could be the guy. This is a spring training dilemma that the Mets are going to have to come across with. But I'll tell you, there's nobody in the minors. They got all their guys up, Vientos, Beatty, and the whole deal. So let's see what happens. But thanks for the question because it's a damn good question. Now, Chris says J.D. Davis, okay? They could get him back. Do you think the Mets could get back J.D. Davis and play third base? Wow. That could be incredible. So let's see what happens. But right now, the Mets, nobody's floundering, like I said. What about if Cole's injury is serious and then Aaron Judge's injury is enough to keep him out for half the season? Wow, that's going to be interesting. Now, just let me throw out a question for you. Who would you rather have? All right, I need the chat room to help me out here. Merrill is here. Who would you rather have? Langford or Carter? Langford or Carter? Langford, the newcomer from Texas, who's stirring it up, man. And Carter, of course, last year, he was a rookie last year, and he's a rookie this year because he still doesn't have the at-bats to take him off the rookie list. How about that one for you? All right, so who would you rather have? I'd appreciate an answer in the chat room. And by the way, if you missed anything, if you missed King Hap last night or the night before, I'm kind of losing my head on a lot of things.
He's coming on tonight.
He's coming on tonight. He's in the chat room. He'll tell me when he's coming on. All right? Listen to King Hap. It's a lot better than listening to Andrea and the Legends, okay? I'll tell you that right now. It's a lot better. All right, now. All right, King Hap, you want to take the show over? Or what's the story, King Hap? All right, now, the question is, there are still players remaining who have not been, they say that fantasy baseball is a lot of luck. And there's no question that all the fantasy stuff takes a little luck. But it also takes a skill. And right now, not everybody's paying attention. and some of the players that are still unsigned can help your fantasy team. But players are being passed up because they're not signed yet. What's the position of the chat room? Would you take a player who's proven and not signed, and because he's not signed, forget about him? Eddie Heckman, what would you do? Are you passing up all these players that are Big Al on the prowl? Are you passing up players that haven't signed yet, but they're good players? Timothy, my hooker? I don't know. Here's an example. I mean, there's no cat, but at first base, you got Brandon Belt. I know he's 36 and he's not going to lead anybody to the title, but we'll see. Maybe J.D. Davis can make it back to the... You know what? The Mets are just noted for dropping... I mean, look at Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler may be the best pitcher in baseball over the last couple of years. How about that? And the Mets just let him go. Brandon Belt's ready. Now, Will Myers, one of my favorite players, is still ready. To pick up one of these guys and keep him on your bench, they could come back. Second base, 32-year-old Jonathan Scope. You need home runs. You don't have a home run hitter in the infield. Jonathan Scope could be the guy when he signs with the team. Same thing with Gene Segura. He could give you some stolen bases. So, Jonathan Scope and Gene Segura, these players are still... They are still... J.D. Martinez, okay? J.D. Martinez, the talk now, and there's been so many rumors, the Mets are high and mighty with J.D. Martinez. Alberto Mondesi is a free agent, but he may not play this year. Evan Longoria at third base, but he's 38 years old. Now the outfield, you got a power guy. You got Adam Duvall. You got 29-year-old Austin Meadows. You got, come on, 30-year-old Ramil Tapia. You got Michael Taylor, who had a great year last year. He's 33. You got Kyle Lewis, one of the guys I promised you would be a future star. Come on, everybody. Okay? Carter. Big Al says Carter. Would you rather have Carter or Langford? Okay? He's taken Carter over Langford twice now and gotten both. SM King Turd, one of the best players in the country. So let's see who else. Michael Taylor, he'll help your fantasy team. He'll steal some bases. Austin Meadows, 29 years old. He'll be okay. Adam Duvall hit some homers. Evan Longoria, and there you go. There's plenty of players, and as far as the pitchers go, you got, Mike Cleveridge is coming back, depending on the teams that they sign. Jordan Montgomery, Jake Odorizzi, Blake Snell, Noah Syndergaard, Julio Urias. Come on, man. Pay attention, because these are players, believe it or not, who could make a difference and help you win fantasy baseball. As far as closers are concerned, there's really nobody who's going to wind up closing games. Alex Rios might, or maybe Anthony Bass might. Relief pitchers, Brad Hand, but those guys are done. Okay, so pay attention. The question is who's left, and that's who's left. Okay, if you have any questions about anything, let me know, and we'll help you out there. Okay, so once again, Dylan Cease, the Texas Rangers, okay, may be close to signing Dylan Cease. Holy mackerel. Okay, now, Atlanta Braves. Everybody picks the Atlanta Braves to have the best team in the American League. I know I do, okay? I know I pick them, okay? Who's out there? Chris from Cambridge is putting out the list. There's a pretty good list of players that are still around. But still, Atlanta's got some problems. They've got some problems, and fantasy baseball takes advantage of those problems, and here's what I'm talking about. Okay? In center field, Jared Kelenic. Now, we all most of us like Jared Kelenic. He's a good young player, and he's playing center, penciled in to play center field, And Jared Kelenic, left-handed hitter, could play center field, but he's not really producing in the spring at all. He has 2 singles and 31 plate appearances. That's 0.74 if you're scoring at home. Jared Kelenic has gone 2 for 27. That's 0.74. Okay? No extra base hits. Walked 4 times, struck out 7. Wow. When he was acquired from Seattle, I'll tell you what, most people, he was expected to play an everyday role for Atlanta. Not in center field, where he's penciled in now, but he's 24 years old. He has not found the groove. If his spring training struggles continues, he could lose playing time and even fall into a platoon with Marcell Ozuna potentially in left field. Okay, wow. So Atlanta's coaching staff has not seemed concerned, but that's the question. Once again, Langford, the hot shot, triple play. What do you think? Would you rather have Langford or Carter? Evan Carter or Langford? Okay, that's the question of the day. Evan Carter or Langford? Now, Red Sox still the worst top to bottom. That's with Daniel Norris is only 31 now. Okay. Whoa, okay. So let's continue on. Shohei Ohtani. By the way, sticking with Atlanta, they also have another player who you got to watch. I just mentioned you got to watch Jared Kelenic on the negative side, but on the positive side, you got to start paying attention. All right, now I need honesty, okay? Does anybody know who Forrest Wall is? Forrest Wall. Anybody know who Forrest Wall is? Come on, let's see. Greg is here. Good morning to Greg. Forrest Wall. So far, I'll tell you what, Athletics don't have a poor team. The Athletics are going to be a surprise this year. I'm telling you right now. The Athletics, I'm going to tell you why. The Athletics are not a terrible team this year. I know the Athletics are an awful franchise. I know they're moving. I know they haven't really done a hell of a lot, but I mean, the Athletics, you take a look. Shea Langoliers, who's having a great spring. He's a terrific young catcher. Then you got Zach Geloff, a terrific young second baseman. And Esteury Ruiz in the outfield. J.J. Bleday in the outfield. Aledmus Diaz in the... This is not a terrible... It's not all Seth Brown is here. I mean, they got a better team than a couple of other teams. What that we'll talk about, okay? But it's pretty good. Pretty good. Guess Katie is typing. Good morning, Guess Katie. Identify yourself. Yo, to Guess Katie.
That must be Boston Paul.
Is that Boston Paul? All right. Andrea thinks Guess Katie is Boston Paul. What do you think? All right? Okay. Guess Katie's not answering, so we'll see.
She will.
He will. All right, let's continue on. Forrest, does anybody know who Forrest Wall is?
No.
Okay? Forrest Wall. Anybody? He's had 22 at-bats in the spring. All right? I'm not going to tell you what team he's on yet. He's batting .409. He's got 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. I got to tell you, everybody I talk to in Atlanta loves this guy, Forrest Wall. Etch his name in your kitchen table. Daniel Ferrara is going to be with him, and with Kelenic having a terrible spring. His position, Rotorius, good morning. Forrest Wall is a name that you have to watch, okay? Forrest Wall, okay? The Angels and the A's are going to go for 100 losses. Wow, that's an extra long prediction. Wall went 2 for 2 the other day at a walk, a run scored, an RBI, and a stolen base against the Yankees. He's 28 years old. All right, 9 for 20 this spring, 3 homers, 2 steals, and it's they already optioned J.P. Martinez to AAA Gwinnett. Wall is a lock to get an outfield spot. He'll start off as a reserve, but Forrest Wall is a name that you really want to know. And if you haven't heard of him, don't be ashamed to say it, because I'll tell you what, I wasn't sure who he was. I would have picked King Hap over Forrest Wall. All right, before. Now I won't. Christopher Morel. Well, we've been talking about him on and off. He looks increasingly confident in the field, defensive work, and in talking to some Cub people, he is the talk. He's the story of the Cubs camp because, he's a decent, player, but very marginal. But now he's got a position, and he's the talk of the camp defensively at third base. Okay, third base. So he's going to play third base. You got that? Boston Paul is here. He's the guest. He's here. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Morel, his defensive work at third base is the talk of the town. Okay? The Rays say Taj Bradley was scratched from his start. He's got a pectoral tightness. Now, Taj Bradley, not the most important player on your team. He's going to have an MRI. Okay? But they expect him to throw tomorrow. And everybody's optimistic, right? Everybody's optimistic. Everybody was optimistic on Garrett Cole, and then we find out that, Garrett Cole, not so optimistic anymore, right? There you go. Sounds like the early days of a young Ken Caminetti, okay? Now, Bradley was a late scratch, okay? He's been sent for an MRI and the whole deal. Now, most swings and misses. What player in Major League Baseball has the most swings and misses this year? Okay? Who has...
Schwarber.
Who?
Kyle Schwarber?
No. What player has the most swings and misses in 2023? Anybody want to take a shot? Is this 2023?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Well, your trivia is from 2023.
Yeah.
This coming season is 2024, and nothing's happened yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. It just can't be from 2024 because it hasn't started yet. I'm not having a very good morning. Who has the most swings and misses? Anybody want to take a shot? Okay, swings and misses. Major League ball player obviously is a good player. There it is. There's the picture. I didn't realize I was so short. Andy, why am I so short in this picture? All right? I mean, it just, something doesn't seem right. All right? And Malpal's there. Malpal's wife. Nice, okay? In one of those two. And Javier Baez. Man, he's done. He is done. Javier Baez. Even when I say Javier Baez is done, he's done. Most swings and misses in 2023, Spencer Strider, okay, with 635. Now, whoever gets this question right is going to get a prize, okay? This question could, pay attention, everybody, put your pens, pencils, and bloody fingers down, because this is a question, whoever gets the answer is going to win a prize. Okay? That tells you it ain't so easy, right, Chris from Cambridge? Here's the question. What player, there's only one player, has put over 60% of his bunt attempts into play? Okay? And you have to be 160 or more bunts to be in contention. Over 160 bunts, what player has put the most bunts into play? 60%. Who do you think it is? Come on, let's see how good you are. And whoever gets it first, Andy, look at the chat room. Whoever gets it first wins the prize. It's not Joe, it's not Alonzo. All right, come on. What? Whoever gets... Who?
King Hap says Whit Merrifield.
No. First player...
It's a current player, right?
A current player. He's playing now. 60% of his bunt attempts into play. He's the only player in Major League Baseball to put 60%. Not John Birdie, not Whit Merrifield,
How about Tatis?
Ricky Henderson. That's why I said nobody's going to get it. When I offer a prize, it means that nobody's getting it. All right? That's for sure. Now, who's the player? I'll let you think about that. Now, who's the Joey Meneses fan? Okay?
That's Paul.
Oh, who?
Boston Paul.
Boston Paul. Pay attention, man. I'm glad you made it in. We thank you so much for Boston Paul.
Is it Meneses?
Joey Meneses, no. But Joey Meneses is likely to open the season as the Nats, as Washington's primary designated hitter. But some of his luster has come off the late blooming slugger after an out-of-the-blue breakout in 2022 where Meneses hit 324, 13 homers, 240 plate appearances. He was a rookie. And in 2023, he had nearly triple the at-bats, but hit only 13 homers, okay? So, Joey Meneses.
80 runs, though.
All right, yep, that's right. 80, all right? It's not Swanson, not Mookie Betts, not Fraley. Come on, everybody. When I give you the answer, all right? Oh, I'm so thrilled that nobody got it, okay? Digging in on the bunts. Yeah, everybody's looking at how do you look that up? Digging in on the bunts. All right, digging on in. Digging on in on the wayside. All right, now, let's... Whew. I want to go through all the teams in Major League Baseball, but I don't know if I can do it right now.
Are you going to tell us the bunts?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the bunt. I'm giving everybody a chance to get the to get it. But you know something? You're not going to get it. How's that? You're not getting it, and you get it, you get a prize. All right, Andy. All right. Brandon Crawford, SM King Turd. You studied for all that, and you come out with Brandon Crawford, and that's not right. Okay, now
Andrew McCutcheon.
Who?
Andrew McCutcheon.
No. Oh man, Shevitz. Here we go. All right, let's talk about some of the games yesterday. Let's talk about some of the games. Now, of course, I can't tell you about the games unless I punch you up because I can't. I possibly cannot get it on. I can't get it. Okay, I'm not looking for fantasy scores. I'm looking for. I got it.
Okay.
This is one of the greatest moments in the history of radio. All right, here we go. The Braves came up and said, anybody, I got to watch it. Not Amar Rosario. Mark DiVincenzo. Okay, here he goes. Everybody's looking up bunts. Ritz for those stubs. Ruiz. No. Ruiz. A lot of Ruiz guesses. No. Good guess. Oh, man. Woo! Cronenworth. Nice guess. I'll tell you something else. Whoever gets it, cheated. No. Whoever gets it, cheated. Are you ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Andrea, is anybody in the chat room? Are you ready for the answer? I'm not going to give it until I see a couple of yeses. King Hap says he's typing. Rob Deere, good one. Playing now. TJ Friedels. Everybody's trying.
Luis Robert.
Andy, you can't start shouting out play.
Why can't I play too?
You play, but you can already play.
Okay, I won't do it.
Estrada, no. Nobody's put up the right one. All right? Oh, what did Leonard Donaldson say? Putting 60% of his bunts attempts in play. Boston Paul putting it in. The question, Kenny Flamia, what pitcher hitter? What player in Major League Baseball has put the most bunt attempts in play? 60% of his bunt attempts have been in play. Only one player has done that. Okay?
I think it's a pitcher.
Who is it? Antonio the Promise. Good morning. It's Daniel Ferrara gets it right.
Who is it?
Ric Flair. No, what? Come on, sorry. All right, but I mean, everybody's guessing. It's Ric Flair. There you go. Not Rojas. People, all right. Got to be a bottom of the order hitter. And I will tell you, I'm not going to answer that. Okay. Braves and the Pirates. I mean, I'm just having a great time here. Sawinski, 2 for 3 with a home run and an RBI. Sawinski's really having a nice spring, putting his name on the map. At first, early in the year, I didn't know who he was. By the way, Wall batted leadoff for Atlanta yesterday. Kalenic 0 for 3. But I'll tell you, Sawinski is a player. Played center field. Okay, played center field for the Pirates. Went 2 for 3. He is a player. All right? George is here now. It's not Lane Thomas. It's not the Road Warriors. Wow. It's not Max Scherzer. Well, are you ready for the answer? Come on, everybody. I'll give you the answer anytime you want.
Yes.
Okay? But you got to tell me. All right? Nobody's got it. Kevin Kiermaier, all right. Tommy Edman, good guesses. 160 minimum attempts, and and who's the guy who's got the most? All right, not Mateo. All right, here comes the answer to the question. Let me get the question again. Make sure I don't give the wrong answer to the right question.
What player has the most?
Or let me get it. Where did I find this now? Oh, I found it somewhere, and I don't remember where. All right, but the question is, I remember where it is. So, I mean, how am I doing on this podcast, huh? It's unbelievable how one guy could be broadcasting for 30 years and still not get it right. Unbelievable. So we talked about Kalenic, we talked about that, we talked about that. I obviously didn't get it here, but, here. Over 60% of his bunt attempts into play. That's a higher rate than there were 59 who attempted 160, not in one season, in the tracking era, when they started to track that. Wait a second, we got a winner. We got a winner. We got a winner. And SM King Turd wins it, I think. Anybody else get it? Anybody else, Nikita? Everybody's mentioning wrestlers. The answer is Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw, right, has the most bunt attempts put into play.
That makes sense.
At least 160. How about that? Okay. Doing great. Everybody's doing great. I love you people. You're just, right, Andy?
Yes.
What day is today?
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. I think King Hap is on tonight.
Yep.
Okay, King Hap tonight. King Hap is going to give you the prize that I told you you'd get, okay? Antonio the Promise said it along with, when did you say, did you say it before? Oh, yeah, no, you said it after. Oh, wait, he said, wait a second.
Got it, dude. Turd got it.
No.
And it was a joke.
It's Antonio the Promise who got it before King Turd.
Oh.
I look at the chat room. Sorry, King Turd, I'll give you a present anyway. But Antonio the Promise says, I think it's King Turd. Everybody standing ovation for Antonio the Promise, because I'm telling you, that's a tough one. Okay, and it took a long time for the chat room. Back to Taco and King Hap tonight. Woo! Okay. Antonio beat me by a nose, so SM King Turd, comes up and tells it like it is. Okay, thank you very much. Where am I? What time is it? I don't have my.
It's 9:35. You don't have Spreaker on. It's on the phone.
Oh, it's on the phone. All right. So where am I? I can give me 5 more minutes. Let's get through the box scores because we got to do that. Otherwise, somebody could say Lenny didn't do a podcast today. All right. Never will you say that. All right. Even when I'm dead, you won't say it because I'm still doing podcasts. I'm going to make 100 extra podcasts for Andrea to play. All right? And believe me, the information will still be good. It'll still be better than most. Okay? Not everybody, but most. Kenta Maeda, 4 innings, 7 strikeouts. And Joby, they played Job. He had, what a game. And I know somebody said he should be on the All-Star team if he pitches like he pitched last night. Jobe for Detroit. He was amazing. But let's see him do it again. Liberatore pitched yesterday. He's 2-0. Liberatore and the Cardinals beat the Red Sox. Trevor Story, 3 for 3. Here comes Trevor Story. Liberatore, 4. What are you laughing? You're in a good mood today. 5 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Takes care of that. The Rays and the Orioles. Wells. Who's Wells? Tyler Wells? T. Wells from Baltimore. I'm guessing it's Tyler Wells.
Yeah.
It is. Is Tyler Wells? Yes, it is Tyler Wells. If I know Tyler Wells, then I know my stuff. Okay. Offensively, nothing spectacular to report, but I'll tell you what, the Orioles are in really good shape. They had 15 hits yesterday, and who had the hit?
Who's batting leadoff?
Henderson, the shortstop, 2 for 4. Rushman batted second, 3 for 4. Montcastle batted third. I've taken Montcastle in a lot of leagues, and I'm surprised I got him. Okay? Okay, Job is from OKC, same high school as Wes Welker. Okay, high on Wells. Okay, Austin Hayes 0 for 3, but the Orioles, getting into shape. There's no other big surprises there for Baltimore. Okay, no other big surprises for Baltimore. Now, Yankees and the Blue Jays. Berrios, 3 innings. 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run. How about that? Berrios doing a good job. He's going to be a good pitcher for Toronto. Absolutely will. For the Yankees, Todd Grisham was the leadoff guy. Volpe batted second. So nothing. I'm looking at the box scores also. You had Springer played center field for the Blue Jays. Bichette batted second. No changes in the lineup so far for any team. There has not been this is the first year that I could say I'm not seeing any surprise. By the way, Grisham, if you remember, is on the Yankees. 2 stolen bases yesterday. Okay, so all right, let's continue on because I want to get these games in. People, everybody doesn't have time to look at the games, and I'm just Hunter Brown, 3 2/3, 5 hits. Okay, Altuve batted leadoff, Alvarez second, Bregman third, Tucker fourth. Nothing. Chas McCormick, remember? We didn't know if his name was Chas or Charles. 2 for 3, batting .375. Keep an eye on this guy. He's a sneak. He'll get in. He'll do good. The Marlins. Bruhan, 0 for 3. He's not going to make the team. And John Birdie. Andy, were you surprised you got him so late in the draft?
A little.
1 for 3. And is he stealing bases in the spring? No, he's not. So Luzardo pitched 3 1/3, 5 hit. Not a good effort. He's got a 5 ERA. Okay, that's Luzardo. Cleveland against Texas. Cleveland wins 3-0 as Shane Bieber is back. He's back. He pitched 4 innings, struck out 4. Don't forget, we've kind of forgotten about Shane Bieber, but I think he's back as a pitcher that should be drafted in fantasy baseball, okay? Shane Bieber, you got that? Okay, thank you everybody for sticking around. I'm looking at the chat room, and you guys are great. Absolutely great. People come, they stay, they don't even leave. Thank you, everybody. Oh, my gosh. All right. Mariners and the Athletics. I'm telling you, the Athletics will not. Zach Geloff, another home run. I know there's 2 Geloffs, so pay attention, okay? But the Mariners, we're only batted to...
Excuse me.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm trying. Mariners just, look like a different lineup every day. J.J. Bleday batted third as the DH. And Miguel Andujar still batting 1 for 3. Andujar, who's the guy who said Andujar's the best free agent pick of the year so far? But Andujar doing good. I'm telling you, you heard it first right here. Andujar, going to be a nice pick. The Giants and the Tyler Glasnow. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. We said yesterday the exhibition season will determine his value. Wow, if he stops here, he's a $23 pitcher. Yes, he is. But 1 bad game, and he'll go down to $16. Now, Shohei Ohtani, remember him? 3 for 4, he had a home run, 2 RBIs. Shohei Ohtani, I don't know. He just does the glass now. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, and a walk. Diamondbacks and the Padres went at 2 for 2, and they call that a tie? No way. The Royals and the Rockies, Quantrill, 4 innings, 7 hits. Not a big guy to take, even though he got the win. Quintana for the Mets. And what are the Mets going to do? The Nationals beat the Mets. The New York Mets, in my opinion, could be a last-place team. No. Quintana, 4 innings, 2 strikeouts. Their pitching staff is awful. All right? White Sox, and if they really... I don't understand why they don't sign Trevor Bauer. I don't get it. Okay, I understand why the Yankees don't, but I don't understand why the Mets don't. White Sox and the Reds, we got 2 more games. Lewis Robert, 2 home runs. Grab this guy between the stolen bases and the power. He's a star in fantasy baseball. Dylan Cease, 3 innings, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts. He's going to have to do it again for me to spend top dollar. Okay? He's going to have to do it again. And Contreras, the catcher from Milwaukee, hits a home run, and there you go. Okay? And that takes care of the scores. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, really appreciate it. I'm just looking at the Rhys Hoskins, 1 for 3. Everybody's forgotten about Rhys Hoskins. I haven't, all right? And there you go. So thanks a lot, everybody. Everybody doing such a great job. You really, really, really helped me out today on a very tricky day. Antonio the Promise, send me your address and I'll send you a present, okay? Greg, Chris from Cambridge, Chris from Gallo, Chris from JP, Dad's a Premier, Daniel Ferrara, the Hulkster, Daniel Fuller, Eddie Heckman, woo, Georgie Boy is here, King Hap. Don't forget King Hap tonight. All right, Leonard Donaldson, Laura, Malpal, Roto Lady, Timothy, my hooker, Triple Play, Boston Paul, Zelmo, love you all, and I thank you all for being here today. See you tomorrow. Woo! Andy, take it off the phone.